With its unique blend of historical drama, time travel, and unforgettable characters, Outlander has consistently left its audience both mesmerized and shocked. In this exploration, we delve into the 7 shocking story secrets that happened in the Season 7. From unexpected twists in relationships to heart-stopping revelations, Outlander has pushed the boundaries of the known narrative, promising a spellbinding continuation of the epic saga. The initial segment of Outlander's 7th season concluded with a gripping mid-season finale. This finale not only wrapped up certain storylines introduced earlier in the season, but also set in motion new narrative arcs that will take center stage in its latter half. The closing of the 7th episode of Outlander's 7th season confirmed to Roger that Rob Cameron had indeed journeyed to the past alongside Jemmy. During this juncture, the events of the 1980s timeline predominantly revolved around the McKenzie's separation. Both Buck and Roger devised plans to trail Cameron and Jemmy through the mystical stones at Craigna-Dun. While the 8th episode of the 7th season did not elaborate on the whereabouts of Buck and Roger after their venture, insights from the Outlander books suggest that their path ahead might be fraught with challenges. While the McKenzies observed minimal activity, aside from Buck and Roger's temporal journey, the timeline of 1777 brimmed with significant events. In the aftermath of the initial Battle of Saratoga, Claire was gripped by apprehension for the potential outcome. However, the event that truly propelled the story forward for the Frasers was the Second Battle of Saratoga. This conflict brought forth substantial losses, yet it also kindled a glimmer of hope for the future of the Frasers and Ian Murray. Through encounters with new characters and revelations made, Jamie and Claire found themselves grappling with numerous challenges. This culminated in a gratifying mid-season finale, and the episode's conclusion finally saw the realization of their long-awaited journey homeward. Similar to the events in An Echo in the Bone, the 8th episode of Outlander's 7th season depicted Jamie sustaining an injury during the initial Battle of Saratoga. This circumstance placed a heavy emotional burden on Claire, paralleling her experiences in the book. On both occasions, she found herself compelled to undertake a surgical procedure on Jamie. Interestingly, in the 7th book of the Outlander series, Claire was required to amputate one of Jamie's fingers in order to prevent infection. However, in the television adaptation of Outlander's 7th season, Claire managed to preserve all of Jamie's fingers, albeit leaving him with a prominent scar. While this divergence led to a significant scar, it spared Jamie the traumatic loss of a finger as portrayed in the books. In the literary realm, the absence of the finger left an enduring impact on Jamie's life. The biblical tale that Jamie recounted to Claire prior to his surgery effectively provided a rationale for the potential consequences his hand might face. He acknowledged that sacrificing a finger was a justifiable trade-off for preserving Johnson's company, considering the daring action undertaken by Jamie and Morgan's men. However, Jamie's monologue also afforded Outlander an opportunity to contemplate the numerous battles he has engaged in. From the Jacobite Rebellion to Alamance and the clashes amid the American Revolutionary War, Jamie's life has been marked by a series of conflicts. Circumstances beyond his control have consistently thrust him into the midst of these struggles, compelling him to participate and strive for survival to the best of his ability. Though Claire's anxiety about potentially losing Jamie was certainly valid, her assessment in the mid-season finale of Outlander's 7th season was inaccurate. While Jamie occasionally exhibited a tendency towards heroism, he seldom indulged in such impulses during battles. He actively sought to avert conflict for the sake of Claire, unless circumstances compelled him otherwise, whether it was due to British intervention, the Continental Army's actions, or the ill-considered remarks of Bonnie Prince Charlie. Even when engaged in combat, Jamie displayed astute tactics to safeguard both himself and his fellow rebels. His actions demonstrated a clear aversion to needlessly jeopardizing his life for the mere sake of heroism, as Claire had implied, effectively refuting her assertion. Brianna, discovering that Cameron had pilfered Claire and Jamie's letter concerning the Jacobite gold, and subsequently abducting Jemmy, added further weight to the credibility of the Jacobite gold curse. The fact that the gold arrived late and thus couldn't effectively bolster the Jacobite cause seemed to perpetuate the turmoil caused by the treasure. This disturbance extended even to Jocasta Cameron, who lost her daughter due to her husband's involvement with the gold. In Outlander's 7th season, the kidnapping of Jemmy because of his knowledge about the concealed whereabouts of the Jacobite gold served as yet another testament to the existence of the curse. This occurrence highlighted that possessing knowledge about gold could imperil someone, even across the span of 200 years into the future. Buck McKenzie made his initial appearance during Outlander's 5th season, wherein he attempted to orchestrate Roger's execution. His fortuitous return in the 7th season introduced a character displaying a diminished propensity for anger, someone who exhibited receptiveness to Roger and Brianna. Even amidst this transformation, Buck's proposal to accompany Roger into the past served as a further testament to his evolution. This was especially apparent as Roger disclosed the truth about his impending demise in 1778. Buck's decision to journey alongside Roger into his own era potentially exposed him to a heightened risk of an early demise, if his projected date of death held true. This act genuinely underscored the dissolution of animosity between Buck and his descendant, offering concrete evidence of their reconciled relationship. The kiss shared between Ian and Rachel stirred up an inscrutable reaction from Ian. However, the conclusion of the 8th episode in Outlander's 7th season unveiled the rationale behind Ian's reluctance to pursue a romantic relationship with Rachel. The true nature of their feelings came to light during the mid-season finale, marked by their kiss, which in turn prompted Ian and Rachel to engage in a conversation about their emotions. Ian's realization of his affection for Rachel, though, brought back memories of Archbug's ominous warning from the 3rd episode of the 7th season. This recollection accentuated the potential danger to Rachel if they were to embark on a romantic involvement. Furthermore, the presence of Rollo alongside Rachel garnered attention from Arch, thereby endangering her even without any formal romantic entanglement between Rachel and Ian. In Outlander's 7th season, Jamie's new role within Daniel Morgan's company served to distance him from the front lines of battle, all while capitalizing on Jamie's exceptional marksmanship. When tasked with firing upon his cousin Simon Fraser of Balnin, Jamie deliberately aimed wide, driven by his reluctance to be the cause of Simon's demise. However, this conscious act of missing led to a shot directed at William's hat, narrowly avoiding a potentially fatal hit to his own son's head. Jamie's primary motivation for steering clear of involvement in the American Revolution stemmed from his deep-seated fear of inadvertently causing harm to his biological son. By opting to miss his target, he unwittingly brought himself perilously close to realizing his most haunting apprehension. The concluding scene of Outlander's 8th episode in the 7th season warmly embraced young Ian, Jamie, and Claire as they returned to Scotland, marking a poignant homecoming to Jamie and Ian's native land. This touching moment not only reunited the trio with Scotland, but also evoked memories of their last collective presence there, which transpired during Outlander's 3rd season before embarking on their journey to America. Despite their current life being distant from Scotland, the land still retained a sense of familiarity for Jamie and Ian, a place that once felt like home and was the very locale where Jamie and Claire's paths converged. Although their stay is expected to be brief in the second part of Outlander's 7th season, this concluding note for the first part elevated the series on a triumphant tone. The first half of Season 7 has taken us on an emotional roller coaster, expertly navigating between the past and the present, war and love, sacrifice and redemption. As we eagerly await the continuation of this enthralling saga, the mysteries and revelations unveiled so far have left an indelible mark on the journey. So, with bated breath and hearts full of anticipation, we eagerly look forward to the next chapter in the spellbinding world of Outlander. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.